Okay, the next thing to look at in these type 2 unreal conditional sentences is the verb that comes after if. And this is something that is new that you may not have studied yet. If I look at these sentences, I'll see that usually this looks like the simple past tense. If I had more money, if the boss knew how busy you are, if I had wings, if wishes were horses. So far, this looks just like the simple past. However, look what happens in this sentence. If I were you, I wouldn't quit your job. Normally, in the simple past, you use I was, right? And the reason why this is different is that this is not really the simple past. It is something called the subjunctive. It's a new verb tense that you may not have learned yet. Now, the subjunctive is a verb tense that is in the process of disappearing from the English language. Language changes over time. And this is a change that is happening in English. If you go back in time 500 years to Shakespeare and the King James Bible, you find a lot of subjunctive that we no longer use. For example, blessed be the meek, or would that he were here. Those are subjunctive sentences. In modern English, we would just say, the meek should be blessed, or the meek will be blessed. Or we would say, I wish that he were here in modern English. These are subjunctive sentences, and the past subjunctive and the simple past are the same except for the verb to be. It's only in the verb to be that the simple past and the past subjunctive become different. In the simple past, as you know, you say I was, he was, she was, it was, you were, we were, they were. Okay. The past subjunctive is I were, she were, it were, you were. Okay, everything is were. Now, some people no longer use the past subjunctive in conditional statements and say things like if I was you instead of if I were you. Okay. However, although the subjunctive is disappearing from the English language, it really isn't gone yet, and this really does not sound correct. So I'm going to require that in these type 2 unreal conditional statements, you do use this conditional, if I were. Okay, let's go on to type 3 conditional. And this may be quite new, something that you haven't studied yet. This is what we call the past conditional or unreal past conditional. And this is used when you're imagining something different from what really happened in the past. And you have a past perfect, and then a modal, and then have, and the past participle. This is what it looks like. If he had called me, I could have given him directions. The truth is that he did not call me, and I did not give him directions, but I am imagining if he had called me, I could have done it. And then look how it happens in the negative. It's a kind of negative you may not have seen before. If she had known about his drinking problem, she would not have married him. If he had been wearing his seatbelt, he might not have been hurt.